Hello students, in this video I am going to discuss morphology of flowering plants, the topics that we are left with. Okay, so these are the topics that I have written here on these boards, on the board, and I am going to discuss on these terms, the terminologies. Okay, so let us start. These are very important terminologies. You must have understanding of this terminology, which will help you to understand the morphology, entire external feature, the morphology of the flowers or the flowering plants. So first is the syngenesious. Let us talk about the first term, syngenesious. Syngenesious means what? Here, as you know that the flowers, they have mostly the flowers have more than one stamens. Many stamens, 10, 20, I mean starts from 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, any number of stamens are there in a flower. Now, the stamens have two parts. Okay, what are those? Filaments are there and what? Anthers are there. So, anthers are there. Now look at this diagram I have drawn here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stamens I have drawn, and you can see the filaments, the tubes, this elongated tube-like structures. These are the filaments and these are the anthers. The filaments are free from each other, but the anthers are fused with each other. If you see it properly, this structure is called syngenesious, where anthers are fused together, united, but the filaments are free from each other. This is syngenesious. Okay. Now, the next one is the synandrous. Now, what is this synandrous? Synandrous is both the stamens and both the anther and filaments are fused together. Like 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, our many stamens are there. Okay, and all are fused here together, and here the anthers are also, we can see here, they are also fused together. So this is the structure where many filaments and the many anthers are there, and they all are fused together. Okay, so this part is also fused, this part is also fused. This is synandrous. Clear? First one was only anther was fused, filaments are free, but second part, both the parts are fused together. This is synandrous. I hope it's clear. Next is polyandrous. What is polyandrous? Polyandrous means free stamens. Like there is a flower here. Okay, this is one stamen, another stamen, one stamen, another stamen. So another stamen. So the stamens are there, more than one. Okay, and they are free from, entirely free from each other. Free stamens. Okay, so this is what the polyandrous. So you can say that polyandrous is just opposite of synandrous. Polyandrous means the stamens are free. Okay, synandrous means the stamens are fused, means both the filament and anther are fused. And syngenesious is only the anthers are fused, filaments are free. Clear? Now the next one, epipetalous. What is epipetalous? Epipetalous means when the stamen is fused with the petals of the flower. When stamens are fused with the petals, this structure is called epipetalous. Okay. And what is epiphyllous? The next one. Epiphyllous is when the stamens are fused with the perianth. When the stamens are fused with the perianth. What is perianth now? Perianth means what? Perianth means where sepals and petals are fused together. When sepals and petals fuse together, this is called perianth. And when stamens are fused with perianth, this is called epiphyllous. Okay? I hope these two are also very clear to you. If you want to note down, just pause the video and you can note down all the things. Next is monothecous and dithecous. Monothecous, mono means what? One. Mono means one, di means two. Theca means chamber. It means that an anther may have one chamber, okay, in a lobe, the one side lobe, okay, or it may have two chambers. Understood? So it is about the anther and the chamber, one chamber or two chambers. Okay. Now next is the hypogeneous and perigeneous and epigeneous. These all are related. These three are related terms. Okay, let us see. Hypogeneous means what? Hypogeneous means the gynoecium is on the top of rest of the parts of the flower. You can say the ovary. Okay, let me draw it and show you. This is thalamus, for example, and this is the ovary here, thus the gynoecium here, and the rest of the part means, so just this part, let me modify it a little bit. It should be like this actually. Okay, this is the position. Okay, this is thalamus or receptacle, you can say. This is the gynoecium part. The rest of the part means the androecium. Androeciums are growing from the below part of the gynoecium. Okay, the petals are there. Petals also develop from the lower part of the gynoecium. Even sepals are also originate from the lower part of the gynoecium. So you see all the rest of the part, stamens, petals, sepals, everything that develops from the lower part of the gynoecium level, lower level, then the gynoecium. So ovary of the gynoecium is in the highest position. This is called hypogeneous and hypogeneous flower, and this kind of ovary is called superior ovary. So hypogeneous flower we see here, superior ovary, where ovary's position is at the highest in compared to the other parts. Okay. Now the next part we will see here, perigeneous. Perigeneous means what? The stamens, both the arms of the receptacles, they elongate upward. Okay. The receptacle of thalamus look like this. Okay. And now what happens is that the gynoecium is situated like this, and rest of the parts develop from this area, from these arms, these two arms of the thalamus. So androecium develop like this, petals develops from here, sepals also develop from here. So now you see the position. Okay, in this position the gynoecium is comparatively at lower level than the other parts. Other parts are the higher level, develop from the higher level in compared to the ovary. The push level. This is called perigeneous flower. In this case, the ovary is called half inferior ovary. Half inferior ovary. Okay. And now let's see the epigeneous one. In the epigeneous case, okay, it looks like this. See, these are the two arms of the thalamus. So they elongate on both the sides and they fuse, almost fuse at the tip portion, the arms of the thalamus. And the ovary now present, this is the ovary part which is present, okay, inside the thalamus arms, totally inside the thalamus. Just the part of the stigma is outside, and rest all the parts develop from here. So you can see that the ovary's location is totally inside the thalamus. This is called inferior ovary. Okay, epigenous flower and inferior ovary. Okay. Now the next comes apocarpus and syncarpus. Apocarpus and syncarpus means carpels. It is all about carpels or pistil, the gynoecium part. So apocarpus means where carpels are free from each other. There may be many carpels in a flower, okay, and all the carpels, if they are free from each other, that is called apocarpus. Syncarpus means when all the carpels are fused together, this is called syncarpus flower. Okay. Inflorescence. Inflorescence meaning is that arrangement of flower in the floral axis. There are two types of inflorescence there. One is racemose, okay, another is cymose. Two types of arrangement of flowers. In case of racemose, the flowers that develop laterally from the floral axis, and the main floral axis that continues to grow. All the flowers develop laterally from the floral axis, and the main floral axis that keeps on growing upward. This is the racemose flower. Cymose inflorescence type is what? Where the flowers grow at the tip of the axis and it stops the growth of the floral axis. At the tip of, you can see there is at the main axis, if you look at it, okay, or this also arrangement, let me little modify it. Not doesn't look like actually like this. It like this continuous. So the flowers that grow sideways. Understood? So the main tip portion keeps free so that it can grow continuously. See, this tip portion also keeps on growing, keeps all the tip portions are keeps on growing like this. The main axis also keeps on growing like this. Okay, but this part you see all the tip of the floral axis are stopped by flower, so they are not growing anymore. This is the cymose arrangement, this is the racemose arrangement of the flower. Okay, so these are the terms. So the half of the terms we have already discussed in the last class, and these are the next part of the this terminologies related to the flower given in the syllabus. So we have covered the topics according to our reduced syllabus. Okay, these all terms are important for you to understand. Make a note on your own. Okay, from the discussion of this video, and whatever left, if you have any doubt or not, we will definitely discuss in our live class. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video.